One thing I've always liked about the idea of an ethical hacker is it kind of bridges nonlinear and linear thinking, right? It's saying, you want to be dynamic and you want to be creative, but you want to do it with a goal of securing something, as opposed to just inducing chaos into a network and just, exploiting databases for the sake of it. It's using the tools and information of the enemy for a positive goal, and I think that is more important now than ever before. For instance, you can utilize a lot of open source information very, very effectively to figure out where the attacker is going to go next. There's a lot of great botnet information out there as an example. There's a lot of great SCADA information out there. There's a lot of great stuff that Anonymous actually talks about that you can utilize to be very agile in your defenses. The problem is how we address security. Defensive information security is very linear in its thinking. It waits for the bad guy to make a move and then it reacts to the bad guy. Whereas the attacker or the bad guy is very non-linear in the way they think. They have an agility to the way they think, whereas on the defensive side, we wait for the attacker or the aggressor to make a move and then we do a counter move, or we come up with some solution after the attack actually happens. If you want to get ahead of the bad guys, you've got to start leveraging things that they're not using. You got to get out of the same system that you're trying to protect. So what we have to do is we have to start leveraging hardware itself. We have to start looking at how we can use silicon, how we can actually use the chipset that the hardware actually gives us to use. That is a strong way forward because it takes us out of the equation. There are going to be challenges and stuff with creating those kinds of solutions, but it's not the same kind of challenges that we're currently losing the battle for. The other thing that I think people need to step up on is training their users not to get attacked. Most companies really don't do a very effective job of that. They'll have basic awareness training. They'll send you, a couple of slides of this is a fish, don't click the fish. This is a spam, don't click the spam. That's really not very helpful. If you look at the numbers, 75–80% of the stuff that's going to be in anybody's inbox is going to be spam or a fish. Yet nobody really takes the time to train people how to identify it, respond to it, and deal with it. It's just like in fighting. If you want to not get hit in the head, you got to get in the ring and train to not get hit. It really is the same thing in InfoSec. We need to be more embracing a training methodology of teaching people how not to get phished, how not to get hacked, how not to get attacked. Doesn't mean they won't, but with good training, they'll stand less of a chance of it.